Hey Siri, can you play something by Paramore? Okay, that's enough of that. Hi everyone, my name is Jess, and today on my channel I'm going to be doing the new to Booktube tag. I thought it would be best to sort of do a video to introduce myself, if that would be something that people would want to watch. I don't know. I was sort of tagged to do this by Kelsey Lee Reed, who wrote a really lovely comment on my first ever video welcoming me, which was so sweet. Thank you, Kelsey, because I'm going to leave all the questions down below. If anybody who is new and watching this and isn't sure what to do for their first video wants to, get started, then I highly recommend you do this tag. I tag all of you to do it. Where are you joining us from? I am joining you from the south of England. Yeah, a little place called Dorset. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, probably haven't. Second question is, why did you join Booktube? I joined because I've been a fan of watching YouTubers since I was like 13, 14. I've always loved YouTube and I always wanted to do it, but I never felt like there was anything for me to do because I don't know, like there just wasn't anything I was interested in enough to make videos about, and now there is, because I found Booktube and I was like, I want to give this a go because I like talking about books and no one in my life can be bothered to listen, so why not just talk to a camera instead? What is the meaning behind your channel name, if it's something other than your name? I think it's pretty obvious. I debated long and hard over the name for my channel because I knew that it would stick with me. Like, you can change your channel names now, but I knew that it would stick with me for like as long as I'm doing this. Just Jess Reads, because it is just me reading. Like, that's it. The fourth question is, what type of books do you read / want to talk about? So I read mostly YA sort of things. I read a lot of popular books because I hear a lot about them and I see them, in this shop, and I'm like, oh, I'll give that a go. Recently I started reading a few more like adult books, and I started reading more memoirs. Question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is, who are your favourite authors? This is a hard one for me because I don't have like favourite authors. I really like Maggie Stiefvater's writing. I think she is super talented and her style is incredible. I love Caitlin Moran, and I probably will talk more about her videos. Talk more about her books at another point, because I really like to do sort of my favourite non-fiction books video. I love Caitlin Moran. I think she's hilarious, one of the funniest people on the planet. What is the last book you read? Okay, I like this question. The last book I read was Scrappy Little Nobody by Anna Kendrick. I don't know if I'm going to talk about it at all on this channel because it wasn't very memorable and I didn't really care for it, but this is the last book I read. The next question is, what are you currently reading? And what I'm currently reading is More Than This by Patrick Ness. I started this last night after I finished Scrappy Little Nobody. Started reading it and I'm already enjoying it. I'm literally on like the 7th chapter, oh no, the 8th chapter, and I'm literally enjoying it so much. I'll probably be talking about this a lot more later on. Next question is, what do you use for bookmarks? At the minute I am actually using Bookmarks, which is a shock for anyone that actually knows me, but I normally just fold down pages. Yeah, I'm one of those people. Show us your TBR. I write down basically the books that I want to read in my bullet journal. It says books to read. Let's just ignore that page. And it's got a little shelf and I just write down all the books, and once I've read them I colour them in, and I ordered like 4 from here last night on Amazon because I have no self-control. The next question is, hardcover or paperback? I prefer paperback because they're so much easier to carry around, they fit in my bag better. Like, ain't nobody got time for taking off the dust sleeve all the time and ruining it. Like, I ruin books. Whatever I touch just becomes like crinkled and dirty, so it's better for me to have paperback because then it's not worth as much when I ruin it. Ebooks or physical books? So my answer to this is obviously physical books, but the reason for that isn't like a book snob reason. Like, when I read, I'm trying to get away from my phone, I'm trying to get away from technology, because reading is an escape for me, and I'm always on my phone, which is really bad, and I'm always like on my laptop and stuff like that. So when I read, I'd like to get away from that and give my eyes a rest. Owning or borrowing? I don't know. I think if I borrow a book, read it and love it, I'll then buy it. So I think borrowing for me is better because then I don't spend so much, and also it allows me to sort of filter through the shit that I don't want to own, because then if I buy something and then it turns out to be awful, I don't want to have spent that money. What book/series got you into reading? Oh my god, I've been into reading since I can remember. I was always reading as a child. Like, I would be that kid that followed my mum around the shop with a book in my hand and end up following the wrong lady. Things that actually really helped me reading was the Georgia Nicholson series by Louise Renison. I've got the entire collection down there. I don't think I'll ever get rid of them because they were my Bible. And the other one was probably Twilight. Like, that was the first big epic story I ever read. I read Twilight way too young, probably when I was like 10, and that was probably the biggest one that really got me into loving characters and like being invested in a story. How did you discover Booktube? This is quite a cool one actually. I was reading the Raven Cycle series, so I finished the Raven Boys and I was like, this is actually really freaking good. So I went on like the Tumblr tag for it just to see if anyone had made like fan art and stuff like that. Like YouTube reviews for it to see if everyone else liked it, and that is how I got into Booktube. I started watching a couple of booktubers, and then after that I sort of started, every time I read a book I would look up the reviews for booktubers from it. What challenges do you think you will face with your own channel? I like this question. I think I'm probably going to struggle with motivation, because I struggle with that with everything in my life. Also time. Like, I have chosen to do this at a pretty bad time. I start my first year of university in exactly 2 weeks' time, and I've decided to do this. I've also started working, and I think time is really gonna be a struggle for me, especially in the next few months. And the final question is, where else can we find you? Social media links, I'll put them all down below as I do with every video, and I will also put them all just here. I have Twitter, I have Instagram, I have my own blog which you can check out as well, which I talk about some bookish things on, but it's also a lot of lifestyle and sort of there's beauty on there as well, so it's all the stuff that I wouldn't be able to put on Booktube. The places that I'm mainly on is Twitter and Instagram, so if you ever want to talk to me or contact me, definitely use that, because I'm always on Twitter. So that's all the questions in the new to Booktube tag, and I'll leave all the questions down below, so if you're new to Booktube as well, you can answer them and do a little video yourself. And if you do that, link it below, let me know, you know, how new you are, and I'll comment and we can like get a conversation going and start, you know, can start getting really into this community, because I'm really excited about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe for more bookish content, and I will see you next time. Bye!